The first words of Jesus, do not be afraid, and peace be with you. There's no condemnation, no threats, no fears. And hopefully, as we gather as a community, we say that to each other each and every week. Peace be with you, and do not be afraid. Easter is not just one day, or one morning, or one evening, but it should be an experience for us every morning. It should be an experience of healing and forgiveness, peace and hope, acceptance and love, and above all what our Holy Father speaks of, mercy. Unbounded, unreserved, relentless mercy. The resurrection should be an experience of relationships that are repaired and renewed, health that is restored in mind and spirit, if not in body, consolation in the turmoil of grief and suffering. Resurrection isn't meant to be a one-time happening somewhere back in history. Every day, we as God's anointed are given the opportunity to touch the wounds of this broken world. A world that sometimes cowers in fear behind locked doors, that somehow remains in empty tombs. The good news is waiting for the world out there. Remember the gospel? Jesus said, I'm going before you into Galilee. Then what Jesus does is sends us into the Galilee of this world. The Galilees of the world on Market Avenue, on Cleveland Avenue, in the northeast end, in the southeast end, in the southwest end, in the northwest end, on 39th Street, in North Canton. The good news is waiting for all of those people. Parker J. Palmer, in a book called In the Company of Strangers, describes the mission of the church in these words. I think they're powerful words. The mission of the church is not to enlarge in membership, not to bring outsiders to accept its terms, but simply the mission of the church, the mission of us, is to love the world in every possible way we can. To love the world as God did and as God does right now. So where does the next generation of people come from who will breathe love and peace and justice into the pain and hopelessness that touches so many lives? Where's that generation going to come from? Look around. This is where it's going to come from. This is where it comes from. The little boy sitting next to you, that's where it's going to come from. God calls us to this table to be fed, breathed God's Spirit into us to be justice in this world, to be peace in this world.